2, 3, go.
My name is Barbara, and I'm 8 years old. And this is my brother George. He's 18, and he just graduated from high school. And then there's my mom and dad. And I noticed that my dad and my brother both have coats and hats on. And I said to my mother, "Where are they going?" And she said, "Well, your dad's taken him to the bus. He's going for training." And I thought, "Oh, I wonder what training is." So, but he'll be back in a few weeks. In a few weeks he came, my dad went and said he's going to the bus to get George. And when he came in, he had the nicest clothes on. And my mother said, "That's a uniform. He's in the Army." I thought, "Oh, I wonder what Army is." And then we had a joyful 2 weeks, and then Dad said he was taking him to the airport, to the bus again. And then that day, my mother was just really sobbing and crying, and they went off to the bus. Well, then about a week later, when it was time for the mailman, she was pacing back and forth. And when the mailman came one day, she got a letter. When she opened it up, it looked like somebody had taken the scissors and cut pieces out of the letter. And then she laid it on the dining room table, and she read it all afternoon. And then my dad came home, and he read it all evening. And then he said to my mother, I know that George is going to be shipped out." I thought, "Gee, I wonder what shipped out means." Then the radio went on. We had a little radio on a shelf in the kitchen, and it played all day, all night. And my mother listened to it through the day, and my dad came home and he listened to it, and they got up and down all night long and listened to the radio. Then one day a man knocked at the door, and he gave us a little flag. And the little flag had a gold star on one side and a blue star on the other. And he said, "We have to hang it in the window so the blue star shows outside." So he helped me hang it. And then I went outside with him and saw the blue star in the window. I said, "Oh, how pretty that is." See, then one day my dad came home from work, and he said, "I saw a war car behind the block behind us." He said, "I'm going to walk down there and see if I know where the war car stopped." So he walked down, and when he came back, he said, he named a certain family's name, and he said they lost their son. And I said, "Gee, I wonder how he got lost." And then one day, then my parents had a blank look. There was no smiles in the home, or the food wasn't as good. And one day my mother and I were outside, and we saw a war car go up the street. And so when my dad came home, we walked up the side street to see if we could find the war car. And we couldn't find it. So we came back home, and we kept getting letters from George. And then all of a sudden, we didn't get letters from George. They weren't coming, and you could see the stress on my mom and dad's face. And so then one day, I was playing on the porch, and a war car stopped at our house. Oh! I ran inside. Look, there's a war car at our house. And my mom and dad looked out the window and saw the war car. My dad started to yell, and he got hysterical, and he banged his head on the plaster wall. And my mother was screaming and crying. And the soldier came in and gave the message to my parents. Well, then it was, people would drop in and to see my folks, and so then it was, then one day my father was in the kitchen with a coat and a hat on and a suitcase, and I said, where's Dad going? And she said, "Oh, he's going to Washington, D.C., to Arlington Cemetery to see George's monument. So off he went. And when he came back, life was just kind of plain and different. And they tried to find out how George was killed, and they never could find out. And so one day, and I don't know how many months or if it was a year, a young man knocked at the door, and he said that he was in the foxhole with George when he got killed, and he said, I held him in my arms until he died. And then he said when he died, he took all the badges and patches off his shirt and put them in his pocket. And then he got in George's pocket, and he found a letter that he had received from Mom and Dad in the pocket. So he saved that, and he gave those to my parents. Now the tears were still coming down their cheeks, but they were soft.
That's sad. How old was he?
18. 19, the day before I was 19 years old.
George, what was his middle name?
Lewis.
Lewis Grant.
Mm-hmm.